I hope you guys had a fantastic week and you're recharged for the new week because you all are going to make the best week that you can possibly make, and I know that as a guarantee. What we're going to talk about today, something that's actually kind of bothering me and worrying me the more that I think about it. It's in relation to the Krayt Dragon Hunt and the brand new raid that was confirmed that's coming later on this year. But here's my concern. You guys are all working for this raid. It hasn't really been maxed out yet, even by some of the top guilds out there. It's getting pretty well. As you can see, a lot of my people in my guild, they only got a few folks that are maxing out, but you need like full Relic 8 stuff to handle all that. The question I have, is all this going to be completely just wasted effort because we have a brand new raid right around the corner? Let's go talk a bit more about it. So, in case you're in a cave on Tatooine, welcome back to Civilization. Galactic Legends of Organa was announced, and we also had the confirmation of a brand new raid, a return of the Jedi raid. It's supposed to take place on Endor, and you're supposed to be zipping along on speeder bikes, and here are the requirements they're going to be utilized for it. Now, the good news is here, I want to first have to say this. I'm not here trying to be a negative Nancy. I'm excited we're getting frequent raids, new raids. I thought they were gone. I like Galaxy Heroes because I'm playing these like key moments in Star Wars history. It's kind of fun. So I'm glad to see it back, and I think more people are going to have these requirements more so than the Krayt Dragon Raid. But here's my issue. A bit of a boo-boo on my part. When I was reading this, like I had a certain concept in my mind and how the cadence of two new raids being simultaneously kind of released in the same year is going to operate. Well, I'm kind of wrong, I feel like, on this. Maybe I'm right, and I hope I'm right. But if you guys remember, there was this Krayt Hunt frequency survey released in June 22nd, which was before the confirmation of this Return of the Jedi raid. And I thought, all right, okay, they're looking at the Krayt Dragon Raid frequency. They're going to change it. I don't know if this survey was so much for the Krayt Dragon Hunt, but more so about how to release this Return of the Jedi Raid. And then when you go a little bit further and you kind of connect this to this road ahead that we had back in 2023, I completely forgot about this segment. CG straight up said, one raid only. Now, things could change, but it seems like maybe if you read this again, and with the new raid in mind, it seems like that the Krayt Dragon Raid is supposed to be irrelevant, outdated. And let's take this one step at a time. Let's remind us CG's exact words on this matter. As we mentioned above, we also want to streamline the raid experience. We want players, here's the key phrase. We want players to focus on completing the latest experience and not juggling multiple raids that you have already mastered. If you've already mastered a raid, then you're just regularly simming the raid to earn your reward crate for the event instead of an epic battle against terrifying foes. We decided, therefore, to simplify the raid system instead of building on top of each event with a new one. And then one more line I want to put out here. One of the biggest changes with the updated raid system is that it will only allow guilds to run one raid at a time. That's the second key phrase I want to put out there. One raid at a time. So assuming this is also applicable to the future raids, i.e. the Return of the Jedi Raid, I guess logic would dictate that the Krayt Dragon Raid is indeed going to be outdated, replaced, and the main concern is, will the rewards be the same, or is there going to be something a little bit more exclusive? We were expecting like a Relic 10 at the Krayt Dragon Hunt. Didn't happen, and I'm fine with that. But are the rewards going to be the same for this? It would seem like they would only want to go up, because generally the history has been with new raids, you kind of see it on spreadsheet. The rewards are supposed to get better as you increase in difficulty and you engage in a new thematic raid experience. So I want to point out what I thought was going to happen. Maybe this is not even a great idea. Let me know down below. But you know, if you guys have been keeping up with the beat of Galaxy of Heroes, generally at the Krayt Dragon Raid, folks kind of feel a little burnt out. It's kind of one of the problems with Galaxy Heroes at large is that it keeps making you do the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's not fun content. It just turns into a chore at that point. So my thought was, instead of them just doing what we're doing now with the new raid, where you just keep doing Endor, I was kind of expecting something in the vein of Raid Shadow Legends, where they kind of have like these different raid rooms, and certain days of the week, certain raids are going to open up. So for example, you can't do the Void Keep until Sunday. You can't do the Force Keep until tomorrow on Tuesday. So I was kind of expecting maybe something like this, or maybe the Krayt Dragon Raid Hunt opens up, I don't know, on Monday, and then maybe, let's say, I don't know, Thursday or something like that, and then in between you're gonna mix it up, and then, all right, we're going to Endor on Tuesday and Saturday or something of that sort. So that's kind of what I was maybe expecting. But when we revisit that road ahead that says one raid only, it seems like this isn't going to be the concept. This is kind of what I thought we were heading for, because it would give more flavor, kind of rotating and experiencing, rather than just make someone just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. But ultimately, whatever the case might be, my issue is here, and maybe that's just the nature of the game. We're not used to new raids coming. You usually get one raid every like year, 2 or 3, and then they eventually said no more raids, but that's not the case anymore. So my worry is maybe it's just something we got to get used to. Just like there's still people doing the lower tiers of territory battle. You have the hot territory battle. My guild was just doing it until not too long ago. People are still doing Geonosis territory battles, and my main guild is doing Rise of the Empire. Maybe we just got to get ourselves prepared for the fact that not everyone is going to be on the latest experience. And then some people are still going to do the Krayt Dragon Raid, and then those people are doing the Krayt Dragon Raid. Maybe they can't do the new Endor Raid, but it seems a little weird to create this new raid and then make it expire. No, I don't want to say expire, but change the goalposts so quickly. And I guess that's kind of the nature of the game with how, Grand Arenas and Territory Wars and the other metas, they keep moving the goalposts. It's like, oh, there's this new meta, you better keep up. And then some people aren't quite at that meta point yet, so maybe it's more of a me problem. But it kind of sucks, I think, though, when people are spending all this time building up Jabba the Hutt, and you're going to finally get that Jabba the Hutt soon. And then all of a sudden it's like, never mind. If you don't have Leia, if you don't have these Imperial troopers, you're kind of screwed at that point. Now, the good news is, when we released that free-to-play guide just a week or so ago, the good news is about at least chasing after Jabba. I'm going to try to put a positive spin on it. Pretty much mostly everyone, if you don't have Jabba, you should be incorporating Jabba somewhere in the foreseeable future. We have no idea the rest of the Leia requirements. We don't know how good Leia is going to be. And we don't, as much as we are speculating, we think we know that there's only going to be one raid running. Let's be realistic. We still don't know all the details on the raid, and especially how it's going to work alongside the Krayt Dragon Raid. Potentially what I proposed, it's going to be the case. So, but most people, they should be chasing after Jabba over Leia, because we know how important Jabba is for Rise of the Empire, the Krayt Dragon Raid, and all those other fun things. And at least on the bright side, seeing the particular requirements that are laid out inside of, don't laugh, Jabba. I wouldn't laugh if I were you. You might be a little bit out of job in the raid business here. But if you go back and visit, the good news is, especially the guide that we laid out, or just in general, if you're just chasing after Jabba, you're not even following a guide of any sort. The good news is you need your C-3PO, you need your Chewbacca, you need Han Solos and stuff like that. So the good news is, and it's the same thing, if you're pushing for Executor, you're going to have Admiral Piet, likely some of these Imperial troopers. You're going to have some Ewoks built up. Although I am concerned about the fact that maybe this effort Krayt Dragon Raid is going to be quote-unquote wasted, I'm feeling a bit optimistic that at the minimum, as you're building up to things like Jabba, maybe Jedi Master Luke, the Executor, you're going to build out a lot of this stuff. And as you see with the Krayt Dragon Raid, with the multiple difficulties, even if you have your Ewoks at Gear 11, you can use them on the first tier. You might have a Relicate Piet. You can use them on the highest tier. So the good news is, despite this uncertain future that we're having with the raid and how Leia is going to come in and the future of Jabba, the good news is if you're chasing after Jabba, you're still in a decent spot to be working on a lot of this stuff at the same time. And I suspect a lot of you guys have Imperial Troopers, Iden Versio, Admiral Piet, General Veers. I have a feeling I think this raid is going to have a more positive experience despite this concern, this uncertainty that we have, because more people have all these characters rather than Tuskens and Mauls and stuff like that. So I want to put a little bit of a positive spin at the very end of this. But you guys let me know, are you guys concerned about the potential of the Krayt Dragon Raid being replaced? It's still going to be there. I don't know. It's a little weird, and I hate when the goalpost has moved so quickly, especially on big projects like pushing after Jabba the Hutt. But the good news is he's still going to be so important in many things out there. Or maybe they are going to change it. They're going to be like, yeah, we like this whole thing where on certain days or certain raids get opened up to kind of keep things a little fresh instead of making us do the same thing over and over again, like Conquest and like the raid and Territory Battle. Something, the PvE content in this game, it always has you do the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Just like I'm always over and over and over again saying, thank you so much for watching. You guys are absolutely amazing. Leave that like, comment down below. Say, Arnold, you're crazy. It's all gonna be all fine. Every little thing is gonna be all right. It's great to be in the Empire today.